What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Karita. If you are new here, thank you for being here with me today. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button before we get too far in the video. Give this video a thumbs up. So to begin, I am spray painting this toddler bed. This is Carmen's old toddler bed. Used to be at my mom's house. It is about 7 years old, and I decided to bring it home and use it in Caden's room because Caden doesn't really sleep in the bed, but I want to get him starting to sleep in his own bed. So I figured, why not start off with just a little regular toddler bed before we go out and invest in him an expensive big boy bed. So to start off, I am just taking off these stickers, and this would have been a lot easier to do inside, hence the reason I ended up just stopping recording, because I was like, girl, go inside, get the blow dryer. And that's what I did. I went inside, put the blow dryer on the stickers, and the stickers peeled right off. And then I used some Goo Gone to get the residue off. So that is a pro tip. If you don't know, if you have a rough sticker, heat it up with a blow dryer or any kind of like blow drying heat tool, and heat it up, let it get kind of warm, and then peel the sticker right off. Then I used some Dawn Power Wash just to kind of wash it off, get the Goo Gone off, and brought it back outside to spray paint. I was going to spray paint it in my garage, but I did not want any overspray all over my garage. So we have a huge backyard. I decided to just spray paint it in the backyard, and it was working out until it wasn't. So it was working out pretty good at first, and then I left it outside to dry, and we got some rain out of the clear blue sky. Like, it just started raining, and I was so pissed off because everything got wet. So if you're going to do this, make sure you check the forecast and make sure it's not going to rain for at least a day, because it did take a full day for it to dry. I spray painted the purple pieces green and the pink pieces orange, and turned out really, really cute to me. It only cost me, I think, about $4 because I already had the spray paint on hand. I ended up needing to go buy another spray paint can of the green color because I ran out of the green. But yeah, I love this little DIY upcycle way to just kind of reuse something that I already had. And then here's the paint that I used. I'll put the paint color on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head. And then pretty much everything came from Hobby Lobby. So to get started, I wish I would have got a before clip of his room, but I've changed his room like 3 times since he's turned 1. He's 2 now, and I didn't really have a good before clip because, again, I've changed his room so many times as far as like taking the crib out. So I took the crib out maybe back in last October. We took the crib out because he was kind of hurting himself. So he hasn't been in the crib since last October. And so yeah, that's why there's no crib in here. So there was really no good way to show before. But anyway, I started off by just taping off the walls. I already had some painter's tape from when I used to make tumblers, but I wish I would have just purchased the 1 inch. I had the 2 inch, so I wish I would have purchased the 1 inch painter's tape because this tape was a bit thick or wide. And when I got to the baseboards, you'll see here in a bit, I had to rip it in half because it was just too much tape. So I ended up wasting a good bit of tape. Wish I would have just bought the 1 inch tape, but I used what I had and it turned out good. And then I had Kelsey in here helping me. So what I thought was going to be a 2-hour project turned into about a 5-hour project, but it was worth it in the end. I bought this expensive paint. This paint was about $55 for one can, and it was supposed to be this one coat scuff defense, blah blah blah. And while I do like the paint, now that it's been about 2 weeks since we've done this, I can see some of the brush strokes from where Miss Kelsey blessed me with some of her bad painting skills. I can see in the paint where she right here went the wrong direction, and it really does bother me. I only did one coat because I was in a rush to kind of get this done in a day so that he can go back into his room, because Caden is pretty independent. He sleeps in the room by himself, so I wanted to get this done in a day. But if I had the time, I wish I would have made time to do 2 coats. I think that would have helped the streaks not show as much. But in the process, I was thinking, oh, this paint is expensive. It has all these claims to be scuff defense and one coat and blah, blah, blah. I really thought this paint was gonna be one coat and done. So I did not plan to need to do 2 coats. But just for you guys out there, if you're going to use this brand of paint and paint a room, be prepared to do 2 coats just to get like the perfect pristine coverage. It does look good, however, I do think 2 coats would make it look great. Also, I didn't really plan this out properly because I had took the things off the wall. My original plan was to do an accent wall in his room, but then once Kelsey started painting and I just kind of was in the flow, I was like, you know, I'm gonna paint all 3 walls. And the only wall that did not get painted was the wall where his TV is, which you'll see here in a bit. I didn't paint that wall because I didn't want to take the TV down. And then I was just kind of over it, if I'm just being honest. Like, I was just over painting, didn't want to move any more furniture, didn't feel like filling in any more holes. So I just decided to just paint the main 3 walls in his room. And mostly everything in here was hanging up with command strips. So that helped out a lot with not having to fill as many holes. As you guys just saw, the paint on the baseboard did not kind of come out the best. It was not as even as I wanted it to be. When I was taping it, I was thinking it didn't matter how even I got the tape. But I see now, like, I should have paid attention and made sure the tape was even. It's not horrible, and you can't see it, unless you're really, really up close on it. But yeah, if you're going to be painting a room, definitely kind of take your time to tape off everything and make sure that it's even. But overall, I'm glad I did it myself. It was an all-day thing, but it was relaxing, and it saved a lot of money because painting a room, I guess, is like expensive because people charge like up to $400 just to paint one room. But anyway, moving on. Now it's time to assemble this toddler bed, and y'all, this took me way longer than it should have. I got on YouTube, found the original video of like the original assembly instructions, and I knew going into it that I was missing a few screws because, as I said, this is an old bed. It was Karmen's bed. But this took me way too long to put back together. So I was very irritated by the time I got the bed back together. Had to go to Home Depot, buy new screws. Home Depot didn't have the screws. They were like, oh, these are specialty screws. Went on to the Delta website, which is the brand of the bed. They don't offer replacement parts. So it was just a mess getting this bed back together. So if you do have this particular toddler bed and you take it apart, be sure to keep up with all the screws. The screws have been lost for years, so I didn't lose them. They have been lost for years. But yeah, it was a headache getting this bed put back together. And as you guys saw, I did not spray paint the bottom of the bed. It's like this cloth material that holds the mattress up. I didn't see the point in spray painting that. Again, I knew it wasn't going to show once the mattress was on top, so I was just, kind of like leaving it pink would not be a problem. And it ended up working out really, really cute. So I am moving on to putting the letters on the wall. And while I have a laser level, we live on a slope, and I can't always trust the laser level because of the slope. Sometimes because of the slope, it'll say something is level and then it's not level. So I just went back the old-fashioned way, got out my level ruler and just put a mark on the wall to hang these letters on the wall. And I was going to use command strips, but then I came across these other adhesive strips at Home Depot, and they worked out great to hang the letters on his wall. As I said before, all these letters are from Hobby Lobby. I got them on sale, and I'm so glad that I got them because I originally wanted a really cute little wooden name sign off of Etsy, and it was like $180 plus I think like $20 or so to deliver it, and I wasn't really feeling that price, so I'm glad I DIY'd it because it came out so cute. To hang the dinosaurs on the wall, I'm using command strips, and I'm just cutting them in half to kind of save, because command strips have always worked good for me, so I know how to put them on and I've never had an issue with them. But I find that if you cut them in half, it's a little more cost effective as far as like getting the best surface space. So yeah, I cut them in half and then just hung everything on the wall. I was gonna use all the dinosaurs, and I felt like it was too many, so I only ended up using 3 of the large ones and then 1 of the shelf ones with the hooks on the bottom. Here is Caden's little blanket. He got it for Christmas. It's just a regular blanket, and that's gonna serve as his comforter. So I went ahead and threw that into the washing machine. I searched high and low before doing this room because I did want to do like a comforter on his bed, but I couldn't find a comforter that wasn't too thick and heavy. Again, I wanted something that was just gonna be kind of easy to transition him and also easy to just throw on the bed to make the bed up, because he doesn't sleep in the bed and he's only 2, and I didn't want to like commit to like having a whole comforter and pillow and skirt and all that stuff to like make up every day, because Caden tears the room up every single night. So I knew whatever I put on his bed, I wanted it to be easy just to throw on in the morning and just, you know, fix it up. I got this basket from Hobby Lobby to put all of his kind of like knickknacks, like his hairbrush, his hair cream, things like that that I don't like to just keep all over the dresser. So I love that the basket matched perfectly. It was in the little section of home stuff for kids' rooms at Hobby Lobby, and it was half off, so I thought it was a really good price. So Caden's window is an area that I'm gonna have to add to like my must clean list, because it was so dirty and he loves to look out the window. So I don't know why I didn't think to clean it sooner, but yeah, he loves to just stand here and look out at like the birds and people walking their dog. And so therefore it was a lot of handprints, a lot of little lip marks and whatnot. So got that nice and clean. Now moving on to vacuuming his room before I bring everything back in here. And y'all, I'm obsessed with how it turned out. It is so cute to me. It's perfect for a little boy. So if you're enjoying this video so far, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already, and leave me a dinosaur emoji down below to let me know you've made it this far into the video. So here is the end result. I absolutely love how it turned out. I love that I was able to do this on a budget. I didn't spend too much money. I didn't go overboard. He's still able to run around in here and have fun, but also be safe while he sleeps. So yeah, I love how it turned out. Hopefully you enjoyed this makeover video too. Please be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe down below, and I will see you guys next week in a brand new video. I hope you have a great day. Bye.